It is 1647 on Saturday, May the 9th, 1648. Once again, the time changed as I was doing my intro. That's at least 3 times that's happened. And yeah, 1647, it's not even 5 o'clock. What am I doing? Apparently I'm really showing my age now. I'm having supper pre 5 o'clock, but I'm famished right now. And welcome to episode 33. And what an episode this is going to be. This is just going to be an amazing episode. And I'll talk about that soon. But here we have our starter. So this is the tubeti. Now you might notice this looks different than how it normally looks, but this is pre-stirring. This is before I stir the sauce into the tubeti. So, because it looks different when I stir the sauce in, because the sauce sort of goes underneath. And so why I stir it in, I like to make every single piece of pasta touch the sauce. And then so it looks different after I stir it. And so I wanted to give you the initial look at how the dish looks. Does that make sense? Okay, so let's go over here. As I mentioned, I am famished. All right, so I got the tubeti over there, so I have to show you what we're listening to, of course. Yeah, so I mean, we've listened to this song, I think the last 3 or 4 videos, I don't remember. That's Cries from a Defective Mind, of course. You should know that by now. If you don't know that by now, then you're probably a normal person. Each of these songs is distinctively different from one another. Am I using the word properly? I still don't know. Distinctively or distinctly? Oh. So, yeah, like I said, we just have to, oh shit, I forgot to turn off the kitchen light. We have to get through this is supposed to be the entree, quote unquote. I was going to do the quote signs, but I wasn't in frame. Quote unquote, the entree, this tubeti, but this is just the appetizer. Appetizer. There you go, another view of it. Yeah, this is just the foreplay before the main event. The main event being, as you may, if you've watched this video series, you know that I've been hyping up today because today's Saturday. Today is grocery day. And so I went to the grocery store today. First of all, we need to get through the pasta so that we can get to the main course, which is, of course, the dessert. Oh man, yeah, I'm famished. Oh my God, yes. Tastes so good. Yeah, so I only cooked a little bit of tubeti. I don't know if it's obvious or not, but I didn't cook very much. I mean, the bowl is kind of full, but normally I cook more. However, I'm going to be eating a lot for dessert. Now, I wonder how I should start saying this. So yeah, I have some good news and I have some bad news. I did good at the grocery store. I said that I was going to get 2 cakes, and boy, oh boy, did I get 2 cakes. I got 2 of the 2 of the big cakes that are in the display case, the glass display case. So just like that red velvet cheesecake that I got, that was one of those big cakes. I got 2 of those today. So one of them, of course, was the chocolate brownie cheesecake with caramel. That one I've eaten that one, the 6-inch diameter one on this video series twice already. It's my favorite cake in the whole world. And I knew that they had an 8-inch diameter cake. 8-inch diameter cake. in the glass display case. but I haven't had it yet. And so today I was gonna, hopefully they had it, and I was gonna get that today. So I got it. Boy, oh boy, did I ever get it. So I got that. Now what I originally wanted to do was get that, and then get one of the smaller 6-inch diameter cakes that's in like a refrigerated display area. However, I couldn't find the cake I was looking for, the second cake I was looking for in that second display area, the refrigerated display area. So I ended up getting the 8-inch diameter version of that cake as well, which is, what is it called? It's called the chocolate truffle royale is what it's called. So both cakes are chocolate oriented. So I love that because I'm a chocoholic, as we've determined many times on this video series and others. So you may be thinking, well, what's the bad news? Well, here's the bad news. It's not really bad news, but so I was talking about best before date. So the best before date of the chocolate brownie cheesecake is the 13th. Today is the 9th. And the best before date of the chocolate truffle royale cake is the 14th. Today is still the 9th. So that's 4 days, 5 days, I should say, from now. And I could probably go an extra date as well. Might even be able to go an extra day because, like I found out when I went to the other grocery store, the grocery store set the best before date a day earlier than the date that was on the cake itself. So I'm wondering if this grocery store does the same thing. I'm not sure. I'll figure that out when I open up the box and I look at the cake. But the reason why I'm talking about this and why it's potentially bad news is, so when I was at that other grocery store, when I got the Indian food and the Tim Hortons, the donuts and all that sort of stuff, and I got the big red velvet cheesecake, when I was there, I got that cake and I brought it home, and it was 1 kilogram. So it was 1,000 grams weight. So when I got these two cakes today, I just assumed, oh, okay, they're probably going to be a kilogram, right? They're going to be another kilogram. And so based on my previous math for the red velvet cheesecake, I was going to split them into 3, each cake into 3. And so I come home and I look at the boxes, and the chocolate brownie cheesecake is 1.5 kilograms. So I was off by like 33%, I guess. Is that the correct math, I think? Or I was off by 50%. I'm not sure what the proper math is. Yeah, so it weighs way more than I thought it would. So I'm going to pretend you didn't see that. Some food just fell out of my mouth. So I'm going to have to cut the chocolate brownie cheesecake into 4 pieces, and each quarter is going to be 375 grams, which is still a big piece. So that means I've got 4 days of that cake. And then I have to try and eat the other one in 3 days. The other one is 1.1 kilograms, so it is closer to 1 kilogram. So this is going to be a really tricky few days. I'm going to be eating a lot of cake. Now, one trick I was going to do, actually, I should probably be talking about this when I have the cake out, but one of the things I thought about doing, and I talked about this in a previous episode, one of the things about that chocolate brownie cheesecake is it has a lot of caramel on the top. There's like a pool of caramel on the very top. And I thought, I had the idea of maybe just trying to take the caramel off. I mean, I like the caramel, it tastes very good, but it's just a whole bunch of extra sugar. And I mean, it does add to the taste, but I think I'm going to bring that idea to this version of the cake, the bigger cake, because there's even more caramel and I need some help here to try to get through this cake. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to bring the cake out and I'm going to try and spoon as much caramel as I can off of the cake. And I don't want to do all of it though, because the caramel tastes good. It's part of the cake. It's an ingredient. So, but I want to, there was just a flash of lightning. I don't know if you caught that. I have a bit of a thunderstorm going on right now. There's the thunder right now. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to try and scoop off as much caramel as I can, but try to leave a little bit. And we'll see how I do on the cake. So I'm just trying to get through this pasta. The pasta tastes awesome, by the way. Of course. This is my favorite pasta ever. Yeah, by the way, yesterday I had an off day. I didn't record a video yesterday. So that was kind of nice, but I felt lost because I've been recording videos, nightly videos, and I didn't do one yesterday, so I felt lost. However, I was able to sort of get back to normal on my diet because I didn't have a huge dessert last night. Though I did eat 2 chocolate bars. I had a Mars bar and a Twix bar, which tasted amazing, by the way. And I had pasta, 2 Betty. I had a little less than I normally have, more than I'm having now, but it was funny. After I finished the meal and my dessert, I was like, okay. My body was like, okay, where's the rest of the dessert? Because of all the desserts I've been eating. Not to say that I was hungry, but it was expecting a lot more, you know? But I felt good. So I think a chocolate bar is going to be my dessert from now on after this video series. It's just so easy. It's tasty. Relatively cheap. It's like $1.10 if you get the 4-pack. So I think that's going to be my dessert from now on. All right. And the funniest thing happened. So 2 nights ago, my last video, I had 20 mini croissants. And it was absolutely incredible. Oh my God, they tasted so good. And then I had 2 left out of 39, and I had them yesterday for dessert after lunch, which was awesome. Because I got to have the 2 remaining ones. But eating those 20 mini croissants, the chocolate ones and the cinnamon ones, was just absolutely amazing. However, the funny part is, that's what I was going to say, the funny part of this story is, I didn't digest any of it. And then, so the next morning, I weighed myself, and I'm thinking, okay, I just had 20 mini croissants the night before. I'm probably going to be like at least a pound heavier, maybe 2 pounds. And I get on the scale, and I'm a pound lighter. So I had lost a pound somehow, and I didn't digest anything. So I was like, okay, whatever. I don't understand this anymore. And then this morning, I forgot to weigh myself, so I don't know how much I weighed. I did weigh myself later in the day, but I had all my clothes on, and I had already eaten breakfast, and so it wasn't comparable, you know? But I'm interested how much I weigh tomorrow. The cake has been pretty good for me. Like, I've been digesting it well and all that sort of stuff, so I'm interested. But my weight is staying steady. I mean, I'm still at a healthy weight, so it's really, really strange. Anyway, enough of that. Let's gonna have some water. Then I got to rinse off some stuff. Then I'm gonna bring the cake over. We can talk about the cake. I'm going to change the camera angle to try to get more focus on the cake for when I'm spooning out the caramel and when I cut it as well. And then I'm gonna eat it. So I'm gonna cut it into 4. I'm gonna cut it into quarters, and I'm gonna try to eat a quarter. So a quarter of this 8-inch diameter cake is 375 grams. So that's more than a half of the 6-inch diameter version of that cake that I've already eaten twice on this video series. So it's 600 grams. The 6-inch diameter cake is 600 grams total. So half of it is 300 grams. So I'm having 75 more grams in a quarter of the 8-inch diameter cake. And it was tough eating half of that 6-inch diameter cake. But then again, I was also probably having a little more for supper. So I only had a small meal for supper right now to try to let myself be able to eat all this cake tonight. But what I'm trying to say here is I start off with a quarter of the cake. And I mean, if I can eat more, I will, because I've got to get through this cake because I have another cake on the go. I don't think I'll be able to eat more than a quarter, but if I can, then I will. Take that to the bank. Okay, so I'm just gonna rinse off this stuff. Try to be quick. It's probably gonna be 10 minutes until I actually start eating the cake because I've got a lot of screwing around to do. I have to spoon out the caramel and I have to cut it. So that's going to take a little while. So we're still on the foreplay area. Okay, so I think I'm going to spoon the caramel into this bowl, the bowl that I was eating my pasta out of. And I also need my spoon that I was using. I also have, I do have a bigger spoon, but it's thicker as well. Like the spoon part is thicker. And I don't think that would be good because I want to get as close to the top of the chocolate as possible. There's some more thunder. So I'll just use the spoon that I was using for eating the pasta. And I should probably bring over like a knife as well to help with the scooping. Yeah. Okay, so I've got that. Yeah, I need a bunch of stuff. I need my cutting board. That's going to be the platter for putting the cake on. Okay, so I want to so I'm going to move this. Is that good? That looks pretty good, right? So I'm going to put the cake right here, obviously. I'm not going to get my milk yet. First, I'm going to get the cake. I'll get the knife as well, the giant cutting knife. It's quite heavy. I mean, it's 1.5 kilograms. So here it is right here. So I guess I have to take off the label because the label's sort of clamping. What am I trying to say? It's sealing the box. Okay, I just cut it. So I just want to look at it first. Oh my God, you can see a little bit of the brownies up top. Oh my dear God, this cake. This cake is just the most ridiculous cake in the world. Okay. There you have it. I can't get any closer because the tripod's hitting the table. Okay, so let's see if I can actually do this. Okay. So the caramel is still sort of hard. Oh my God, there's so much caramel. There's so much friggin' caramel. You can see this, right? Yeah, this is why I want to do this, because, like, just imagine eating all this by yourself. So this is coming off very easy, which is good. I'm glad oh yeah, this is working out way better than I thought it would. Probably helps that it's still chilled. I definitely want to leave some caramel, though. There's just so much friggin' caramel here. Oh my God. Like, look at this. My hands are probably covering the camera. Okay, I'm like doing really good, making really good progress here. Okay, so I think that's probably good. I do want to have some caramel on it because the caramel does taste very good. So that's probably good, right? Yeah, much less caramel now. See all the caramel that I took off. Like, look at that. Look at all this. Look at all this caramel. That's insane. So it doesn't look as good now. Well, I guess it doesn't look too bad on that view, but I mean, it still looks good. It's going to taste amazing still. So what am I going to do here? Oh, now I need to get my plate. I also have to dry my plate off. I need to get some milk as well. Okay, maybe I'll just work on cutting it first. And then I have to transfer it over, so I need my spatula. You can tell the brownies on this version, the 8-inch diameter version, are bigger as well. This is just ridiculous. Some more thunder. Okay, so halfway is about there, right? Yeah, so the brownies are making it a little tricky to cut. Yeah, because you cut into the brownie and it sort of breaks the cheesecake portion. Okay, I've officially got cheesecake. Oh my God. That tastes so good. Now, I need to cut it in half again. But how am I going to do this? It's like impossible to cut because of the brownies. I think I have to take the brownie off. Okay, I'll take the brownies off. I'll make my cut and then I'll put them back on. And I'll just have to like cut the brownie in half. Yeah, that's the best I can do. That's the way to do it. Okay, so now I'll cut the brownie in half. I'll stick one here, one here, one here, and one here. Okay, here you go. My fingers are getting nice and chocolatey too. Okay, the question is, which piece do I eat? I think I want the biggest one, which I believe is this bottom one here. It's funny, they each have 2.5 brownie parts. So that worked out perfectly. Okay, so now I have to try and extricate this one piece. Oh yeah. Easy. Honestly, it doesn't look that big. But judging by weight, it definitely is. Plus, you have these big-ass brownies on it, too. Okay, so I think I'm good so far. Yeah, so the rest can go in the fridge. I mean, best case scenario, I pop back in the fridge and I cut another slice. But I don't even think that's possible. Okay. So let's stick this back in the box. Oh yeah, I wanted to take a photo. I'm not going to take a photo. I sort of desecrated the top there by taking off a lot of caramel. I wonder how much weight I took off just from the caramel. All right, so this goes back in. I need my milk. I need my cutlery. I still don't know what. I think I'll just use my fork in order to eat it with. I have to reposition the camera. Okay, the cake is in. Getting milk out of the fridge. Definitely need a big ass glass of milk. Okay, big ass glass of milk has been poured. Oh, I don't even know if you can see the cake in frame right now. It's probably just pointed at the cutting board. That was stupid of me. Yeah, I think I do need my knife. So I'm gonna get my knife as well. Yeah, you can't even see it. I'm so stupid. I apologize. So I have to move my camera anyway. Back to where it's supposed to be. Which is about right there. Okay, I got my fork. This knife is not the knife I'm going to use. So I'll take off the excess and I'll eat it. Oh my God. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I don't think this warrants licking it off. The spatula, that is. Okay, so this, and this have to go. So we're at 29 minutes. Yeah, I did a lot of screwing around, but that's good. Yeah, I mean, it's not, yeah, that's the only thing. It's not a very cuttable cake. That's the only criticism. because you know, the brownies are harder than the cheesecake, and the brownies are on the top. So you start cutting, and it pushes the brownies into the cheesecake, and it sort of smushes everything. So I don't know what the best way to cut it is. Either way, it doesn't matter. It's already cut. And there's your piece of cheesecake. Look at that. Look at how awesome that is. Yeah, so it's definitely, I feel like it's definitely taller. The brownies are bigger. I'm comparing with the 6-inch diameter version of the cake. And there's obviously less caramel on the top. Honestly, it doesn't look too bad. It looks like less caramel. So let's get into this. Oh. Okay, is this good? This is probably good right now. Good, got my milk. So let's take off the brownies. And then I'll cut up the brownies, probably into 3. All right, so here we go. I only needed my knife to cut the brownies up, so let's just go right into it then. So I'll put the brownie pieces on the front there so you can see them. So brownie pieces wise, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 pieces of brownies. Of brownie. Mmm. Mmm. Oh my God. This is just like so incredible. This cake is the best cake ever. This is literally my favorite cake ever. Mmm. Oh my God. It's perfect. So perfect. Okay, so let's steal a brownie. Oh my God. I was asking the lady behind the display case about the cakes and their best before date. And so I asked her, okay, I'll take the chocolate brownie cheesecake one. And I had already asked her the best before date of the chocolate truffle one as well. And so I chose the brownie cheesecake, the chocolate brownie cheesecake one. And then she's like getting ready to put it in the box. And I'm like, oh, can I actually get both of them, please? So I changed my mind and I decided to get both of them. So she smiled. And then she gave me the cakes. And then I realized, oh, I needed to get something else for Mother's Day. So I spent a lot of money at that bakery today. Oh my God, it's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. This is what I've been waiting for. Oh. Yeah, by the way, I also did get another Longo's brownie. So I've already eaten that on this video series. It's very good. But that was it. I just got the 2 cakes and that brownie. So I'll be eating those things first, and then I have the Pop-Tarts, and I also have the cereal. So those will get eaten eventually as well. Oh man. Eating the brownie on its own tastes so good. So good. According to their website, this is their most famous cake, the La Roca. So I can see why, because it tastes amazing. Yeah, I'm glad I took the caramel off, a bunch of the caramel off. There's no way I would be able to eat all this with the caramel, with that pool, that ocean of caramel on the top. Oh, just a perfect cheesecake. Yeah, so that other cake I got, the chocolate truffle royale, it was another cake by La Roca, the same company that makes this one. And I think this cake right here is the only one I've had by them. So I'm really looking forward to having that other one as well. So I've got one brownie chunk left. Just a little sliver of cake left. It's not the optimal camera angle for the cake. I apologize, but So I did get more Pinty's chicken, like I said I would. I got the chicken chunks again, like I got the first time around. So those are very good. They also had like these chicken fillets, which are, I know I've had them a long time ago. They're very good as well, but I feel like the chicken chunks are just the perfect ones. They probably cook a little more evenly because they're all very similarly sized. So I'm looking forward to eating those again. Tomorrow I'm having tubetti again. I got one more night of tubetti before my jar of sauce runs out. So that's what I'm having tomorrow. And they also had taters at the grocery store. So it was funny. That was the first thing I saw when I went down the frozen aisle. I just looked over and all I saw was taters. And I wasn't even necessarily looking for them yet. So I was worried that they might not have taters. But they have taters, so that was really good. However, they didn't have curly fries. And I wanted to get some curly fries because I've had a craving for them. But unfortunately, they didn't have the curly fries, but they did have the taters, so it all worked out. Doesn't even need milk. Okay, so we have one brownie chunk and I think one bite left. Honestly, I should probably have more. I know I shouldn't, but I should. I shouldn't from an eating point of view, but I should from a best before day, too much food in the fridge point of view. So if I do get more, how would I cut it? That's the question. Wow, that was just absolutely amazing. I know what's going to happen. If I go back and I get more, I come back to eat it, I'm just going to be like out of it. But I mean, I can eat more if I really wanted to. Okay, let's think this through here. So I've had a quarter of the cake. What if I want to have a third of the cake? How much do I cut? I think I did, yeah, I talked about this with the other cake that I had, the red velvet cheesecake. Now, so I think I cut it in half and then I scored twice on each side so that there were 3 pieces on each. So I think that's all I have to do, yeah. So I have a full half on one side in the fridge right now, and then there's a quarter as well. So if I score 2 slices, if I make 2 scores on the full half, then what? Oh, I've cut it in 4, so that's actually perfect. Yeah, so if I score, if I use, so, okay, I know exactly what I have to do. So I have a full half that's cut into 2 right now. So if I score twice, I don't know what the proper grammar is for that, but if I make just like eyeball it, and then I just have to cut on one of the scores and take the small chunk. Right? Does that make sense or does that not make sense? Does that make sense or does that not make sense? That does make sense. Because then if you were to put that little chunk on the opposite side of where of the quarter piece that I had, then that would be a third. Right? Does that make sense? I'm just gonna say that math works. I don't know if it does. I think it does. I'm pretty sure it does. I'm trying to do math on camera. The question is, well, there is no question. I have to cut it out here. So I have to bring all my stuff back out. Okay, well, it has to be done, right? If I can eat a third of this cake a night, that would make things so much easier. I just didn't think that would be physically possible. It must be because I took the caramel off. That must be the reason. If all that caramel was on, there's no way I'd be able to do this. So I'm not going to move the camera again. I'll try to sort of... I'll just do that. Okay, yeah, my stuff is all dirty. So, all right, let's get the cake. I gotta try and eat another chunk of cake. I still have a bunch of milk too, so that's another good sign. Yeah, the amount of caramel I took off, I just looked at it in the bowl. It is absolutely huge amount. Yeah, okay. Fuck! Pardon my language. I think some crumbs probably fell on the ground as well. Some chocolate crumbs. I should probably clean that up. Yeah. Uh-oh. Some chocolate shavings and whatnot. Just so no bugs start looking at it. Yeah, actually, I should probably get a paper towel and just make sure there's nothing on the ground there. Pardon me for my klutziness. So I wet the paper towel and I'm just cleaning off the floor. Perfect. Perfection. I think that's good. There's probably still some stragglers. Oh. That means I get to have more cake. That's all I ever wanted. I just wanted to have more cake. More of my favorite cake in the world. Okay, so what I was saying... There. What I was saying is, so I have, I guess it depends on which side I take it from. But I have a full half right here, right? And then there's a quarter here. So I have 2 quarters here, 1 quarter here. So if I do my score, and I score the full half into 3 pieces, then I just make a cut on one of them. Now this one is already in kind of bad shape. This one right here, you can see the side is falling off. I'll just score it from there. I guess it doesn't have to be exact, but I'll take a full brownie. So where's my plate? Why did I bring my plate away? take my plate away. Clearly, I'm not thinking. Okay. So let's see if I can do this. I need the brownie. So I'm going to steal the brownie. I'm just going to steal it. All right. Brownie has been stealed. And yeah, this, I'll just take this. So, yeah, I mean, I don't know how much to take off. That's the only thing. But it doesn't really matter, right? But then, tomorrow, what do I do? What am I going to do tomorrow? I'll need to make another cut somewhere. And I'll have, yeah, that's what I'll have to do tomorrow. So it's getting very complicated. So if I do this, and I have this little sliver here, okay, so I'll score there and here. This is cut into 3, and I take 1/2 of this half, and that will be 1/3 of the cake. 2/6 of the cake. That's where my math was the other day. And I feel like that's good math. Now, if I were to do that, where would the scores be? Yeah, so there's definitely a bigger side and a smaller side. I'm just going to do this. Yeah, I'm just going to do this. Okay, what I really should have done was take this entire piece off first. This piece looks really good. It's cut perfectly, actually. The one I'm not eating. So I'm going to have to move it. It looks perfect. And then I have to take this one. Okay. Yeah, that's really good. I think that's all I had to do. However, tomorrow, what am I going to do? Tomorrow, I will take one of these quarters, and then I'll have to score from one of the quarters again. And I'll add that to the quarter I take. And then the day after that, I just have to have what's left over. Because theoretically, that should be 1/3, right? If I cut perfectly, who knows if I'm going to be able to eat all this, though. But I'll be able to eat this tonight. All right. So we did it. Hooray. Remove all the excess. Stick it in my mouth. All right, I'll put this away. Should I just eat the whole cake tonight? I'm just joking. That would not be possible. I also have to blow my nose for some reason. It's definitely getting towards grass season. Been having sneezing fits. All right, it's going back in. I'll see you tomorrow, cake. It's like I'm Homer with the sandwich. I definitely have enough milk. So I'm just going to blow my nose. Cover your ears. Yeah, I don't know how they can justify putting so much caramel on that. That is too much caramel. Especially on the bigger version of the cake. I mean, on the 6-inch diameter one, it wasn't as bad. Like, there wasn't as much. But this is just irresponsible to put that much caramel. You couldn't even see it. Like, what the hell, man? All right, so I still have my milk. We're 56 minutes in. I did do a lot of screwing around, but hopefully tomorrow's video will be a little more streamlined. So let's cut this brownie into 4 this time, just to be cool. Okay, let's do this. Yeah, here's what's left of the piece. The crust is really good too. On the bottom there, the chocolate crust, so good. All right, so let's steal one of the brownies first. I mean, still kind of a lot here. Sort of. Yeah, I shouldn't eat this. But I'm going to. I think tomorrow I'm just going to do the same thing. I'm just going to take a quarter. See if I can eat it. If I can eat it, then I might take another sliver to make it a third. If I can eat it. So I'm going to go easy. Tomorrow I'm just going to have a small pancake again for breakfast. Then I'm going to have an apple. You know, maybe I shouldn't even have my fried egg sandwich. Best cake ever. Yeah, that's some thick ass crust right there. It's all chocolate too. So good. All right, 2 bites left. I'm eating too quickly, I think. Meanwhile, we're almost an hour into the video. We are an hour into the video. Wow. Well, that was absolutely amazing. It's all gone. So, how was that for a video? Okay, well, I think I'm officially full. I'm just trying to think how full I am. I'm definitely at the point of stopping. Hopefully I didn't eat too much. Hopefully I'm able to digest this. If I am, then I'll weigh myself tomorrow morning. I'll see what the surprise is going to be. I don't think it'll be too much of a difference, but what do I know? I don't know. Either way, I'll try to go easy on myself tomorrow in terms of meals, and then prepare for another one of these tomorrow night. So tomorrow is going to be the same exact, the same scenario as tonight, same meals. Hopefully a little less talking in terms of, getting you up to speed on what I did today. I did all my cutting already, so I think I got all the math done. So I'm looking forward to tomorrow. I'm definitely full right now. It's only 5:50, so I have like 5 hours of just chilling before I go to sleep. So I wonder if this extra time will benefit me before going to sleep, that is. Tomorrow is probably going to be another early video, so that'll be really good. It's sunny out right now. I guess the thunderstorm ended. So, and tomorrow's Mother's Day, actually. Yeah, Mother's Day. So, happy Mother's Day. I was going to say something else. Oh, yeah. So I got 2 cakes, and then I got another brownies. I probably shouldn't have bought that extra brownies because we already had a brownie episode, 2 brownie episodes of those brownies. But the brownies were so good, I had to get them again. And then after that, I still have the chocolate bars. I forgot to mention that. I still have a bunch of chocolate bars. I still have, I have cereal and Pop-Tarts. Those are going to be 2 really good episodes because I've got a whole bunch of varieties to try. I think I have at least 9. I think I have 9 different varieties of each of cereal and Pop-Tarts. So that's going to be very good. Those are going to be separate episodes, obviously. And what else? Oh yeah, just before making the video, I don't know what inspired me to do this, but it was today, yeah, because I was looking at the Passion Flakies. I don't know if you know what those are. It's a snack. It's like a flaky pastry, and it's very good. It was like sort of like a school snack type thing, and that really, that's what inspired me to start looking at school snack type of snacks that I could eat for one of these videos. And so I went on Amazon. They have a bunch of them. So I think for another video, I'll just buy a bunch of those snacks on Amazon, and then I'll just have one of each and film it. So the best before dates on those should be pretty far in the future as well. So that'll probably come after the Pop-Tarts and the cereal. Anyway, this was an amazing video for me. I very much enjoyed eating that cheesecake. The Two Betty was good as well, obviously, but Looking forward to eating it again tomorrow. Now, tomorrow's the last day of the Tubeti before I switch over to the chicken. So hopefully, because if I'm eating a third of this cheesecake a night, that means 2 nights I'm eating Tubeti, 1 night I'm eating the chicken and the taters and the baby carrots. So I have to make sure I don't eat too much of the chicken and taters 2 nights from now. Otherwise, I might not be able to finish the cake. I guess it doesn't really matter because I'll just have a quarter of it. And if I can't finish the last amount, then I can't finish it. So anyway, enough talking. I'll see you tomorrow.